everyone. It is being believed that people who are born with a silver spoon in the mouth means people who are born in affluent and luxury families are very lucky because they have luxury villas to stay, they have very luxury cars to move around, and nice clothes to wear, education, and totally they are being surrounded with luxuries. But whether that person is going to really succeed or fail in life totally depends upon what kind of activities that person is going to take up in his life. Abraham Lincoln, in one of his quotes, says that you have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. It means that people can inherit only the genes from their parents and their grandparents, and also no doubt undoubtedly they can inherit the prosperity and the wealth. In terms of genes, it can be shown in terms of the skin color, the physical structure, and the inheritance in terms of wealth is the prosperity and all. But the inheritor, how he is going to utilize it? Is he going to multiply that, sustain it, and add to it and grow along with that? Or if he is not going to do that, all this prosperity and wealth is going to be reduced to ashes within no time. Well, in order to understand this concept, let me explain to you with the help of a story. Before we do that, let me introduce myself. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Anand Banda, an educator, trainer and motivational speaker. I welcome you all to our channel Metamorphosis, a channel dedicated towards thinking, learning and growing. Well, I advise you all to watch this video till the end because this story, though it is a very small story, it is going to touch your heart and really you are going to take away a lot of things from this. There's a lot of learning from this story. And after watching this story, definitely I believe that your way of looking at your life and others' lives is going to totally change. The story is about a man who had lost his wife, and the entire responsibility of taking care of his two children lies on him. The elder boy was around 12 years and the younger boy was 9 years. After 15 years, it is being observed that the younger sibling settles in Canada. He has a nice cushy job and he is comfortably settled there. And the younger sibling back in India, he is being chased by the policeman, he is being caught and he is being jailed. And the charges leveled against him were he was involved in a petty theft, and he was drunk, he was insane, and he was involved in a physical abuse with the people on the street. The next day, the counselors among the policemen who were counseling this elderly sibling, they asked him to explain the reason for his erratic behavior. And the thief started speaking. He did not take any moment, he did not pause, he started speaking because he knew what was going on in his life. And he said, I have only two people in my life. One, my younger sibling who has settled in Canada, and the second one with whom I have been living since my childhood and even now, that is my dad. Since my childhood, I have been observing my dad. He is a drunkard, he is a drug abuser, and he is also involved in petty thefts. And he never took the responsibility of the family anytime. And this is what I have been observing since my childhood. And what else can you expect from me? I just followed his footsteps and that is what I am now. The counselors from the police department were astonished because from the same family, how could two different, drastically different and thoughtful stems emerge from the same base? And they thought of conducting a small research on this to understand what was the reason for two people who have been totally leading different lives. And in the research, these counselors, they happened to make a call to the younger sibling who was in Canada. The younger sibling was working as a vice president of one of the leading hospitals in Canada, and he had a very sweet family, and he was doing well off. And when these counselors asked the younger sibling how he could achieve all this, when it was reminded and it was told to him that he passed through all these difficulties when he was young, the younger sibling had to just think, he had to pause because he had to revisit his life, and he answered, yes, even I passed through all this when I was a child. I passed through this situation. My dad was a drunkard. He never took any responsibility of the family. He never took care of us. And during each one of those sessions, I determined myself that I am not going to be like my dad. And this is what, with this determination, I worked very hard, and the rest of that is my success story. And that's the reason I am here. Well, friends, these are two siblings who started from the same family. The situations were same, the surroundings were same, they were brought up by the same father, but it was their choice, the choice that they made in their lives created their destination. It is not the village, nor the town, nor the metro city, and not at all the country in which you are born which is going to create your fate. It is a burning desire in you and the motivation with which you are working towards your goal. That is what will create your destination. Well, friends, before I wind up today's video, I would like to quote a very powerful quotation. It says that if you are born poor, that is not your mistake. But if you die poor, it is definitely your mistake. Let me just explain to you this. Well, people don't have the choice of choosing their parents nor the family in which they are born. But they have every choice. They have ample choices to make in their life. What kind of job they want to perform, how much wealth they want to create in their life, what kind of name and fame they want to create, and how much they want to grow up in life, and how much they want to succeed. If they have not achieved this, definitely they are failures. Well, friends, that is what I wanted to convey in this video. Whatever you want to achieve in your life, it is purely dependent on the choices that you make. But it is definitely not the family or the parents to which you are born, or the place or the region or the caste or the religion. These things definitely don't play a role. At this juncture, I would like to pull up a page from the autobiography of His Highness, His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He says that every person, irrespective of the caste, religion, or the region, village, or a town where he is born, every person has the same opportunity to grow up in life. And he also quotes that these people should look up at the sky and they should say that I will be soaring in the sky one day. It means that you should set your goals so high. So, well, friends, that is the opportunity everybody has. Each one of us has this potential to perform, and only thing is we have to make our own choices, and the destiny is ahead of us. Well, I hope you like this video. Definitely please do share the video with all your friends and like it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Until then, good luck.